Ay, se pegó, no le creo.
Ah,
All right. No,
all
no, it's
right.
okay.
So, good
Hi,
morning.
Camille. Good
Hi,
morning. Nice.
Enrique. So, um, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, glad to know. So, today we will be talking about your investment uh, path. So, first of all, I want to know how would you describe your risk tolerance? Like, do you prefer safer investments or are you comfortable taking higher risks?
Okay. Personal, I'm comfortable with high risk because there is like a balance between as much risk you can take as much as the reward. So if you want to make like a lot of profit, you have to be risky. So you have to know that you can lose all your
Okay.
money, but if you win a lot. So right now I'm young, so I can take like that type of risk, right? But if I was 50, 45 years old or older, I wouldn't take those type of risks.
Okay. Were you like a safer or safer investor at the beginning, or has your risk tolerance changed over time?
Okay, I start always risky. I start back in
Okay.
2020 or 2019. I don't remember exactly, but I remember the first time I invest $5,000. Like
Oh,
the
okay.
first time I invest. So I would say I'm a high risk person. But it's okay. It's okay if you are safer. It depends on each personality and each individual. So there are like no bad choices or not bad strategies. Just choose like the choice you feel comfortable with.
Okay, okay. Thank you for that. uh, Now, which investment platforms or brokerage accounts do you currently use, and why did you choose them?
It depends on the asset. For example, for crypto, I use Coinbase and Binance, which are two good brokers. They are like really safe
Mhm.
and have like no high commissions for each transaction. So those two I recommend a lot. And for the stocks, I use a broker called Fidelity, and I buy only one type of stock, which is that one from my company, which is 3M. So I only have one type of stock, and it is a 3M stocks.
Okay, thank you for the recommendations because I will look for them. Now,
Okay, perfect.
what factors do you consider when choosing between different index funds, ETFs, or stocks?
Okay, it depends on your type of risk, right? You want like to be sure that you have money,
Mhm.
and like in the future, I will use like the ETF S&P 500 because in general, like over time, it has like a average of 8 to 10% return each year. But it takes time, right? You're not going to be rich like in 2 months or 3 months. In
True.
crypto, that may happen, or you can lose all your money. It also that can happen, but it depends on you, right? As I said,
Mhm.
there are not bad choices. It depends on your personality and your risk tolerance. So if you are young, I would suggest try both. Try to have like a safe account with S&P 500, or you can try crypto. That is risky, and individual stocks are also risky.
Okay. And when you are trying to choose, do you focus more on company fundamentals, historical performance, or trends while making these selections?
I use two factors. The first factor I use is a market cap. I'm going to explain what is that. The market cap is the total amount of money invest on that asset. For example, let's use 3M. Right now, there are 82 billions in market cap. So I use that factor only in crypto. For example, there are something called meme coins, which are like it's like a meme project. Like no one takes it seriously, but if you understand the market cap, the the high potential of these uh, cryptos, you can make a lot of money. For example, For these meme coins, I only invest if there are less than $1 million in market cap. If there are more of that, I will not invest. So that is something I
Okay.
use for crypto. And there is a strategy right now that a lot of people are using and making a lot of profit for stocks. For example, if there is a solid company, for example, Coca-Cola, Microsoft, Apple, Google, and they have like a bad news, for example, something goes wrong, but there is a solid company, momentarily the stock will go down. So it's like buying with discount, right? So, for
Uh-huh.
example, let's use Coca-Cola. Remember when Cristiano Ronaldo, in an interview, they say, "I don't want Coke, I want water." Do you remember that day?
Yes.
Okay, that was a huge impact in the Coca-Cola stock. So, like, they dropped down like 20% in one day. So
Wow.
Coca-Cola is a very stable company, right? So you can take those opportunities that are like really momentum. You have to pay attention in the market every day and decide to buy. For example, right now, do you remember like a teenager that killed a CEO recently, like 5 months ago,
Oh, yes, I remember.
about the insurance
Uh-huh.
company? Okay, right now, since that the CEO died, there is like confusion. Investors are not, they don't like confusion in the market, so they decide to put down the money. There is
Mhm.
something called demand and supply, so the price go down. So right now, Warren Buffett just buy $1.5 billion of that stock because it's going really down right now. So
Mhm.
that's something I suggest. Like, pay attention to the market. Use your algorithm of socials, for TikTok or Instagram. So when you are scrolling down, they pop out those type of news that you would be
Uh-huh.
interested in.
So you use a lot of social media for, getting to know all the background stuff and
Yes.
what is
Yeah,
happening
one hundred
currently.
percent, 100%.
Okay.
Yes, one
That
hundred
is an
percent.
amazing strategy. Well, I use it, but not for stocks yet. Now, what's one mistake you made when you first started investing that beginners maybe should try to avoid?
Yeah, I had one. Okay, when you are using a broker or platform to buy stocks or crypto, try to use the one that have like more historical time in the market with success. For example, there are a lot of type of platforms that everyone can create, and there is something really sad that they take people's money and they disappear. Like when they that happened a lot in Turkey. There is
Mhm.
a platform that took $2 billion from regular people, and they lost everything. So I that didn't happen to me, but I make like a similar mistake. I use a platform that have low commissions. That was the reason I chose it. But the problem is they only perform services to United States and Canada and Europe. So I was from Latin America. So when I had a mistake, they couldn't reply my messages because I was from Latin America. So I have $20,000 like freeze for like 10 months, and it was like a really bad experience. So I would suggest to use platforms that are friendly with your country
Okay.
instead of choosing platforms based on commissions.
hmm So that is a great example. I mean, that is your experience, but hopefully this will help other people to get to know more about this. Also, if someone wanted to start investing today with a small amount of money, what would you recommend as their first step?
Okay, I do not recommend investment as your first step. I recommend first have a saving account with at least $1,000, because if you are investing in something and you do
Mhm.
not have like an emergency fund, you're going to need that money and you're not going to have it. So you're going to
Okay.
use debt. So that is not a good strategy. Second, to have no debt. You can only start investing only when you have at least as bare minimum $1,000 in saving accounts. Second, debt free.
Mhm.
Third, you can start investing because there are people that are asking me like, Enrique, I want to start investing in the stocks or crypto, and they owe me money. So, yeah, there is like a better idea to be debt free, saving account for emergency, and then after that complete, you can start investing. If you are not making like at least $5,500 per month, I would not suggest to invest. I would suggest like invest in your education, in I don't know, any ability that can make you that type of money every month. Because I don't know, for example, if you are making like bare minimum and you are investing less than $100, imagine like you make twice as much. You only make $200. It's not that it's not that much money to start investing. So I would suggest to have an ability or something in the market that can get you at least $5,500 per month. After that, you can start investing.
Okay, okay. Well, I'll take that in account, of course. Then, how important is the sorry diversification in your portfolio, and how do you achieve it?
Okay, it depends on your strategy. For example, right now I only have three types of diversification in my portfolio. Crypto is really risky. Crypto is really risky. Then I have some individual stocks. I have only 3M stocks. That is moderate risk. And then I have like the one that I told in the beginning, the S&P 500.
Mhm.
I have I divided in these three. So really risky, moderate, and safe. That's and I put like
Okay.
33% of the monthly investment in each tree. Right. That is
Mhm.
something I really suggest because if you put all your money in crypto, you could lose everything. If you put all your money in a safe investment, you are going to see results like 25 years uh, from now. So
Mhm.
it's not a bad idea, but if you want to make like more money right now, I would not suggest to put like 100% of your investment in a safe account.
Okay. Yeah. And finally, how do you manage emotional discipline? Like, for example, not panicking during a market downturn, or chasing trends.
Okay, yeah, that is something that the beginners investors struggle with, and I was part of that at the beginning. I was checking like I swear 15 every 15 minutes my account because crypto is like I don't know how to say it in English. Like this. I'm sorry, wait.
Yeah,
Like
like not
ups and
consistent.
downs continue. Yeah, but there is like when you go to the a theme park
Mhm.
and there is like a mountain version. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Roller coaster.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, crypto is like a roller coaster. You can, for example, remember that when I started investing, I put $5,000.
Mhm.
They become $13,000 like in 1 month or 2 months. I don't remember. So I was like really high in the sky with that type of profit. But then my $13 became $800 in 2 months. So you have to control yourself because you can. I assume you can get crazy because you are always trying to buy in the correct time, selling in the correct time, and there is no way to know that. So how I start managing, I when I put my money in investment, for me that money doesn't exist. It's like I lost that money, like
Okay.
disappear,
You're
because
like
you get
detached from that.
attached. Yes, and that take your peace, your sleep. You are always with anxiety, and it's not a good way to handle every day. So when you invest, just imagine like you lost everything, and if you take profit, go ahead, and if you lose, you know that was part of the game.
Hmm. Okay. Thank you for.
But you gain that
Huh.
through time. Like at the beginning, you're probably gonna feel it. It's like impossible not to.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when you told us like some months ago that when you started investing, you were always like checking, but now I think that you have managed it. So
Yes, yeah, completely.
Well, that were the questions. Thank you very much, Enrique, for all the insights you have brought and the advices.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for
Grateful.
the time, Camille. Is
And
that everything?
ah,
Is that everything?
yes, those are all the questions for now.
Okay. Okay,
Well,
perfect. Thank you
thank
so much.
you.